Welcome, welcome, family. Welcome, all light beings. As you can see, I had noticed that they have been chemtrailing a lot before this day came, before this day of rain came. But, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter how cold they try to make the planet or how they try to make it cloudy. All of that doesn't matter because one thing remains. What's this notification? Chili's gas Wi-Fi is I don't need it. Well, anyway, this stuff always in my way. Hey, family, come on in, come on in. Don't be shy. I don't bite. Yeah, but the chemtrails, and there was a video I was working on last time, and my phone actually heated up, and the video that I put up about the family who mysteriously died of uh, mysteriously died on the trails. For some reason, it didn't record my voice and me speaking, but that's okay. It's okay because, maybe that's appropriate that I wasn't speaking in that video because I'm talking about a sensitive topic that not everybody understands. Not everybody will understand that. You know, that that's what's going on. People are going to start. I've said this 2014, 2015 time frame. I said that Caucasians are going to start. Anybody that got Caucasian blood, anybody that's of Caucasian, you're going to start. How did I put it? Just you're going to be, just some could say disintegrate, or I wouldn't put it that harsh of a word, disintegrate, because disintegrate. Hey, Riz, how you doing, Riz? Disintegrate would mean it's too strong of a word to say. I would say you starting to it's nature is taking its course. Nature is taking its course, and there's nothing wrong with that. Spontaneous human combustion, even that's too strong to really be saying publicly. I would say, there's a word that they had gave me that I was using, but I can't remember. It starts with a D, and it's not disintegrate is too strong. But that's not the word I was using before. But if you look at my previous videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm out of it today. You can laugh at me, Riz. But I can't, half the time, I can't remember some of the things that I've said in the past, things that have come to mind, that just popped in my mind. And, it's because we're connected. We're connected to ones who are we are them. That's who we are. We are the Star family. We are them. It's us. Nothing more, nothing less. You know, we understand everything on a low level, and that's why we can't conceive of what's bigger than this place that we're in, this realm that we're in right now. And what they have done is, you know, they started spraying really heavily a few days after I got heated in the courthouse. Because, I lost my mind in the courthouse. Uh, the courthouse downtown Norfolk. And luckily, there was a lot of brothers that were security, It was all us security, you know. So, and the sister too, you know. So, uh, I was, I was in good hands regardless of that. Didn't matter who was in security or who was down there. You know, it was like a veil was around me that they could not approach, or they could not see me as uh, they couldn't see me as anything bad. They saw me. They saw the deed, and it was nothing they could do. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't a bad deed. It wasn't a good deed. It was it wasn't bad. It wasn't anything. It was just what was created from all of this turmoil that we're in. It was something that was created from turmoil that we were in. And you know, sometimes too sometimes enough is enough. And hearing about having to live this experience of our men being falsely imprisoned, our people, we were demolished from our lands. Yes, this rain out here now, you're right, Riz. They they were spraying heavily after I got heated that day, because the heat, I noticed that the heat would go up with me. Like I said, I was trying to do a video the other day. I ended up deleting it because it just threw me off from what I was trying to say about under us understanding what's natural. The truth is natural. A lie you have to conjure up. You have to make up. So a lie is something that comes from out of the truth. So the truth has always been there. The truth will always remain. A lie won't last long. It won't last long. It's artificial. It'll go with the people go. It'll go where the people will go. It will, and that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. And that's what's happening. So this is why we got to understand why they're spraying the earth. Why they spraying heavily. We know this. Our brother Cali, he talks about it. He goes and does those videos of the Blue Katrina and the sun, and he goes out there, out in the field, and films all that going on. Our what we're doing up there, because everything's just our reflection. Yep, the UV index. It doesn't matter what they do. People can still be out here hiking in the rain, and they still, if they're not carrying the right amount of water that they need, this heat. I mean, hey, peep this, family. Peep what's going on. 1 minute it was 76 degrees. I'm talking about the baby, the dad, the mom, and the dog. And the dog. All laid out on the ground. Laid out on the ground. 76 degrees 1 minute. This is what's happening in this planet right now. And the electronics and the computers are malfunctioning. Yesterday, I kid you not, yesterday I went to Walmart. The machines were down. I went to my bank. The machines were down. I was at home. I was having problems with my phone. I was having problems with my internet. I was having problems everywhere, basically. But one thing still remains. You can check this out yourself. You don't need me to tell you this. 1 minute it's cold. The next minute the degrees go up. 1 minute it's hot and the next minute it's cold. That's your war right there too. That's a war right there. It'll fool you. 1 minute it will be 1 minute you'll be cool. 1 minute I'll be cool. Like I was in here on the phone in the car. I kid you not. It was no heat in this car. But my phone heated up and turned off on me while right in the middle of me recording a video. It heated up and I'm like, why? I'm like, what's going on? Is it something with me? Even in my house. Yes. It's happening. I'm telling you, it's here. It's been here for a while. But it's going to increase. It's going to increase and you can expect, like I said a long time ago, that we got to eat better than what we're eating. We need to be in shape. The coronavirus is part of it. All of it comes together. You're going to have diseases. And I talked about it a long time ago about the heating up, the reason why our body, the earth is doing the same thing a body does. Yeah, the lights in your kitchen flickering. Yeah, we got some things going. Even I had a light blow out. I had something blow out and burn out. You know, it's just, and it was the only thing that blew out. Everything else is fine. That was plugged in with it. Everything else is fine, and it's strange. And like I said, everything, it's just like a body. The earth is a living body. It will knock off any infections and disease upon it that is not, means it no good. Yes. Yes. Phones will start acting crazy. Beware of your banks. Beware of any electronical things you're doing. I was fearful yesterday. I was fearful because I put money in the bank. I tried to put money in the bank. And it and it I already knew, not fearful. I wouldn't say fearful because we have a sense within us. We can sense things. Um, we can sense when something is awry, when something is awry, something is not right. And I was like more cautious than anything. Cautious, I would say. I was like, oh my goodness, this machine right here is going to start acting up and not going to give me my money. This machine is going to, I was thinking this in my mind. This machine is going to steal my money. And guess what, fam? Guess what? The machine said, please wait. And I was please waiting for a long time, for a very long time. And I put my money in that bank, you know. So I started getting anxious, started getting worried, you know, that it wasn't going to give me my money. It was going to take longer because I had to be somewhere. So what happened was, yeah, I already knew that it was acting like that before it even said, please wait. I was like, oh my God, this machine, I got an eerie feeling that something's going on. And I ended up telling the bank teller, I said, you know, when she told me that their machines are down, I was like, yeah, I don't feel too right for that. I don't feel too right about that. I told her, because it did spit my money back out. It gave me my money back, gave me my card back. So I went to the tailor and I tried to get her to deposit and she said, well, the machines are down. Do you want me to hold it? I was like, no, give me my money back. I do not want to hold it. I don't want to wait until you, uh, but I woke up this morning and my money's in there. My money's in the bank, but my money is also in my pocket. So I don't know what's going on, but I think that's a good thing on that part. Uh, See Bobby Hammett for that. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, it's some weird stuff going on. It's some really weird stuff going on. We never know what we might wake up to in these days. That's why we gotta watch out. Um, we gotta really watch out because it's especially what's going on electronically. These people moved into the electronics, everything. That is not a safe way to be at all. Yeah, yeah, civil forfeiture. Yeah, yeah, Riz, they make up all these rules and laws in the land, and guess what? We have no choice but to adhere to them. But guess what? Also, like I told y'all in the last video, what happened to me? She, the lady had me a paper that said defendant on it, and I had to sign it. And I let her know that, you know, I'm I'm not a defendant. I'm a prisoner of war. But y'all want to call me a defendant when I'm a war casualty. So y'all make up all these rules and laws, and then you have your judge judge me. You have your judge judge me. All along, your judge is a murderous, rapist, and stealer. That's what they are. It War Against Programming said it's been super foggy in Cali every morning on my job site. The fog fades about around 2 p.m. Yeah, that's because they're spraying. They have to do something unnatural. But listen, family, don't miss out on the lessons that we are supposed to be peeping here. It's a great science lesson for us. And all we have to do is now I get it. Sit back and watch. It's out of our hands. But look, the lessons are there. Yes. And then the lawyers are incompetent because the lawyers, half the time, they can be threatened by their, if it's a black lawyer, they can feel like overpowered by because we don't own nothing. We don't have nothing. They made sure of that. But let me tell you, there's great lessons for us to learn. Nature is more powerful than anything. Nature is going to allow them to play their games. But guess what? The wrath of nature is going to come back on them tenfold. What's happening? Holla if you hear me. What's happening? Did I not put that article up? What they always tell us: drink plenty of water. Drink plenty of water. All times. But a lot of the knowledge that they're telling us is not applied to us. We need discernment. We need to know what applies to us. Now, the water is important, but it's even more so important for them. Exactly. For profit. Yes. They try to get me to come into court for profit. $500 and I only owe you $6. Not even 580, but I'm willing to give you another give you the change. Yeah, it's crazy. And then they want you to plead. They want us to plead to add insult to injury. To add insult to our injuries. Just go and plead. That's what the elder the elder sister told me. She's like, just go plead your case. That's docile. That's what docile people would say. Go plead your case. You know? But it's just really, really crazy out here right now. They know that it's emanating from out of us. We're so tired, we're under pressure. We're conscious, we're aware of ourselves, of who we are, what we are, and why we are. We know this. So what's happening is that connection, and that connection, you know, we don't have to expect anything to come down here because it's already here now. It's called disease. It's called basically one word, disease. And I say disease because that sums up everything. That sums up everything. Your body gets sick, your body gets hot, and you start burning off all the stuff that is and flushing out all the things that are in your system that are not supposed to be there, that is not unnatural. So basically what they're doing is they are making the body work overtime to get rid of them. How y'all like them apples? How you like them apples? They are making the body work overtime to get rid of them. And we cannot do these things because if we interfere, we we're harming our efforts of nature. Like a fever, it will heat up to kill. Exactly. Exactly. And what does the disease do? What does the bed cell in the body do? The white cell in the body, it fights. It fights. So if we're not fighting, we don't have to fight. We're actually part of the body. So, but when we'll eventually be able to rise up because we'll be coming into our red healthy blood cells. We'll become those red healthy blood cells that are usher them on out eventually when we get our strength. But right now, the white blood cells are fighting us. No, they're fighting against the body's ability to heal. People are living bacteria and fungus. The earth, ground, and dirt will treat you as such. Exactly. 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 The garden has been harmed. Yes, that German. Yeah, that German. He has just spread it, the germs, the bad germs all over the place. He's already spread it all over the place. It's taking effect over the body. And now the body is doing what it needs to do. Yep, white cells. Fighting. Fighting. That's exactly what we see now. And can you believe it? We're inside a magnificent body that is not going to stand for it. Because watch, all this will subside. All of this is fakery. What you see outside my window is fakery. It's not real. But the truth which is natural, will always remain. Will always remain. Yes, Queen, the God's body, a living group of giants. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot that, we don't even have to worry about it because they have to obtain knowledge. We have knowledge. We are knowledge. We are knowledge. We've known that we were knowledge. That's why we didn't have this. That's why they need the educational system that they have today. They've always needed to inquire to get knowledge, but we always been knowledge. And we learn from the world and our experience out here. Yeah, we bring it. Yeah. And it really pissed me off yesterday when I was listening to Tariq Nasheed video on this white supremacist that called in talking about reparations. They think they're so smart up until nature hits them. I let them. They can think they're so smart, but you can be so smart but be so dumb. These white supremacists, these Caucasians, they can be so smart but be so dumb. We should be very wealthy people. We made all, but all was stolen. Yes, it's all was stolen. Stolen legacy, stolen everything. And then what pissed me off about it was he tried to say the argument was that they're the architects. The white guy was trying to say that they were architects and that we were the workers. But I like the part when Tariq Nasheed put him in his place. Because I was going to do a video. I was going to do an emotional video to that. Because it really pissed me off. It got him under my skin. That he said that we did not build. That the white man had all this knowledge. Let me tell you what Tariq said. Tariq asked him to give him empires, give him names. The guy couldn't give him no names. The white guy couldn't give him no names. Tariq started blurting out these different people that failed at civilization. White people that failed at civilization. Yes, they're the architects of death, dysfunction. They're the architects of what they call hell on earth. Because hell used to be a state of mind first, right? But they actually made the physical hell for the body of the earth. All the animals are suffering. Everything is suffering because they want to mix and splice their DNA. They want to control them, put them in cages. Everything is living in total chaos, hell. And they want to do the same to people. They're doing the same to people. Enough is enough at times. We tried to make our heaven, but what ends up happening is they're just bombarding us with so much trauma and so much. They want to keep us under financially, economically. They want to control things. They want to, but they're deteriorating. They're mentally deteriorating. Natural. That's nature taking its course. That's part of nature taking its course because they can't take it anymore. Mentally, they won't be able to sustain themselves. Yeah, they do this because God created it all. So Satanists kill and destroy and taint all of the creations. Exactly. Because we had nothing but heaven within us, and we cannot take all this stuff really. That's why I said all that's going on the earth is making the earth sick. The earth knows what is okay. This is how the earth knows what is making it sick. See, if we intervene, we would be part of what's making the earth sick, what's making the body sick. So we have to sit back. We have to take a back seat. That's why we have no choice of the matter. So it's going to wipe out everything that's making it sick, because it's going to eventually, like a doctor, pinpoint what is making me sick. What is making me sick? What is the problem? It's a mentality, it's a state of mind, it's a people. And so that is going to have to be dealt with. And it's going to get dealt with. Look at what y'all do. Now I'm talking to the people that have been spraying the chemtrails all for the last couple of weeks, because the earth is getting unbearable for them. This is what having us sign papers, having us go by your rules, having us go by this, it's making the planet sick because we're not in our correct state. We're not in our proper state as a people. And we're connected. Like people say, I'm connected. Yeah, we're connected. We're, you didn't know, you didn't think you thought that we was like you, just on the earth. But you thought wrong, because we are connected. We're connected to the boss, to the what you call it, the mob boss. We're connected to the mob boss, and what you don't know can hurt you. I'm just gonna say that. Dissipate. Dissipate is a beautiful, peaceful word to me. Dissipate. It's just like you just go into oblivion, just nice and peacefully. That's what happened to that family. And the dog included, because the dog had a lot of fur on him. So they, they splice and put these dogs genetically together and make all kinds of nasty things with these dogs. Ugh. They just make these dogs into small dogs, make them look like beautiful humans, beautiful face, like beautiful nose and beautiful eyes. They want, they do that. They mix the genes, and just like what they do to our people. And unfortunately, our people don't recognize that that's our downfall. That's not our upgrade. That's our downfall. Because what eventually happened too with that is you got that mentality. That's what I was trying to say on my last video. The mentality is what counts. They're going to wipe out the mentality and the bodies. Yes, dissipate. I like dissipate because it's not like a hostel movie where all that, violence and stuff like that. It's not anything uh uh it's not anything vicious. Dissipate, it's just like it just disappears, like it just peacefully sleeps and gone. you know it's not anything gory or violent. or anything. It's not half of what we've been through as a people. Because if we could dissipate when we were enduring all the trauma that they put us through, then that would have been a beautiful thing for us. But at least they get to dissipate. They get to dissipate. Yeah. They get to go peacefully. And I think that's a nightmare for them. I think that's a nightmare for them, but that's, that's their mind, not ours. We would love to dissipate at the time when we were going through getting beat, getting stolen, getting raped, having our lands burnt. You know, you know, many of our people wanted to dissipate, just disappear, just lose mind. And, it took a while, but a lot of our people did do that eventually. Um, but that's after all the torture and the pain they endured. That's after all the torture and the pain that our people have to go through before we have to dissipate. All they get is like heat exhaust, and their brains start frying. You know what I'm saying? Their brains start frying. Well, family, I'm sorry, my screen keeps going blank. Hold on. Let me fix my camera because somebody's trying to call me. And I'm greedy. I'm ready to go, but I'll let y'all see me. Hey, family. Let me see. Well, I'd like to thank you all for being here and hearing this truth, because we got to get this out on what's going on. It's heat galore going on right now. I don't care how cold they try to make it. Watch Kali Mod, watch Riz, you know, listen to Keith Newsom, and catch that Bobby Hemmett, family, and countless other people out there too, that are giving this information. Yeah, Bible. Yeah, but you know what? The white man used tribes to separate us. We were never in tribes, but we did have lands. But we all knew that we were one people. But the tribe thing, uh, that's that's a nuance, because they want to try to say they can tell what tribe you're from. We got to realize these people like to break things up into categories and categorize things. We were never categorized. We were all over the planet. We were working together with each other. These people, they broke us down into categories. They always break things down into categories. Exactly. They fear a black planet. Yes, that's why they had us broken down into tribes. Because they created the countries in Africa. They weren't there. We know, if we know that the countries weren't there, how are we gonna let them come to us about DNA? They can't tell us about our DNA. We all got the same DNA. They just looking at some other stuff that really doesn't. They break it down more, and they try to, because they know they mixed everybody up already. They mixed us all up, and that's another reason why the planet is getting really, really sick. If you notice the rate they're trying to take over and come into the Gentiles, to the fullness of the Gentiles. That was man-made. That was man-made idea. They want to incorporate themselves into us. So, but that's why I said that what they're saying, all will be destroyed. Anything that has a destructional DNA will be destroyed, unfortunately. Anything that has the mentality of that. That's why they say we have to vibrate high to show ourselves approved. Yes, all it a lie. Yeah. So we have to vibrate high to show ourselves approved. And to show that we're not the ones that are trying to destroy the things on this planet nature. We got to know the core of us got to be striving for freshness, pureness, the truth. We got to want the truth, you know. So, yeah, as in the days of Noah, the same thing over again. We can see this. This is the lesson. This is the lesson right here. What we see is the lesson. So I won't be on too much longer, family. I got to get my day started. It already started, but I got to get it organized. So, yeah, so demon's job is to kill, steal, and destroy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it is sad that we have to endure this, that the earth, but it's all a lesson. It's all a lesson. And it's been a long battle. It's been a long, long battle out here. It's a long battle we've been through on this earth. So with that said, family, true love, real peace, the higher self within, the soul. Always remember, you have a soul, you have a light that shines within you. You are the light. And that we have to shine. We have to shine that light. Yes. We have to use our powers. We are powerful people, but we're not powerful in that way. We're connected to the boss, my boss. So in that way, we don't pray to nothing. Because when we do that, it only leads us down to a lower energized place. And we don't want that low energy. We want that high energy. So peace and have a beautiful day, family. Till next time. Thank you, Riz. Thank you, Matthew Douglas. Thank you, Lisetta. Thank you, JS. And whoever's in the cloud, thank you guys for being here. Peace. And until next time.